sometimes life does present some big challenges that does demand your focus and your or time to process things, and it's just how it is, and just do it, process it and deal with it. And um, so I have a saying that it's not in avoiding what life presents to you. It's how quickly you can process them and get up and feel good again and move forward. That's a sign of your strength and your process, your development, we can say, your maturity. So the message is what life brings. It brings, and sometimes it does take a little while to go through it, but it's how quickly you get up, feel good again, move forward, realign yourself back into the center, and charge up yourself again with your own source energy, your loving energy, your present energy, and be the light. And that's the most amazing thing that human beings can do in 3D in this world. It's not an easy place here, to be. And people who do that, get up, feel good again, move forward, and be centered again, and shine their light. That's the miracle happening in 3D. And really, that is a miracle. That is a miracle, and you are all that. You all do that, and many of you do that nearly every day. So from the eyes of divine, that is the miracle. The divine has divine powers. In higher dimensions, the divine can create the galaxies and planets and this and that, and manifest things out of nowhere. These are higher dimensional abilities, but in the eyes of divine, for the human being to be able to do this and just to really get out of these big feelings and emotions and stuff, and feel good again and come back to the center and shine the light, for the divine, that is the miracle. Yeah, and I remember there was one movie by this actor Freeman, like God Almighty, I think it's called. It was a funny movie, a good comedy. But there was the quote, that he had, because he was playing the role of the God, and he was saying, that the real miracle is the mother taking care of her 3 kids, barely meeting the ends. That is a real miracle. It's in those everyday simple things that people do. That is the miracle of the universe. Yeah. So that's something. And if I remember some time ago in my early days of awakening, I was communicating with I was communicating with one of the ascended masters, and one of them has kind of was helping me and training me in getting to know kind of the we can say my powers as such, and I in relation to the ascended master, I saw his powers, and then I made the remark, so why don't you come here as a human being, get your mind erased, find your way back to the light, and make your living, so why don't you try to do that, let's see how it goes for you. You know, so isn't that the big power that one has, that all of you have awoken to? You know, just imagine doing that. You know, you just willingly, voluntarily say, I'm just gonna go to this earth, get my mind erased, not remember who I am, and start from zero basically, and try to figure this whole, you know, propaganda and media stuff, you know, that everybody's trying to, you know, control you, manipulate you, try to figure through all of that to find the way back to myself, to figure out again who I am and shine my light again. Now that's, you know, I can say that, you know, you are these, you know, the real, you know, stars. You're the real beings who do that, because it's for big souls to do that. It's really for big souls to be able to do that. And many of the angels, you know, in the heaven, they say, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's crazy. So they say, oh, we're just gonna stay, you know, no, it's a bit too much. But then out of 1,000,000 souls, there's another story that, you know, when God invited, you know, souls to come to earth, you know, so you know, it's a story, so we can use, you know, a bit of more dualistic language. So a godly being, you know, went to one civilization in 5D, 6D, and so on, and they say, okay, so there is a, you know, 1,000,000 of you. So who would like to go to Earth? Out of 1,000,000, 1,000 said, okay, I'm going to think about that. Because the other 900,000, they said no right away, you know, we're not going to do that. But 1,000 people said, okay, I'm going to think about it. And then 100 people said, 100 souls said, well, they really considered it, you know, like really, is that really, you know, can I really do that? Is it really in my alignment? You know, is it really possible even to do such a thing? And then out of those 100, only 10 souls have said, yes, I'm going to do that. Because I'm crazy enough, I'm experienced enough, I'm, you know, strong enough to volunteer myself for it. So that's how it goes in heavens. So you know, all of you are very advanced souls, and that's the case. And it's you know, if you really look upon, you know, all these thousands of channelings in on YouTube and all the things that are going on, you know, pretty much any experienced light worker would sum it up like that. Any channeler who has done a lot of channelings for decades would sum it up like that. And every you know, really being who communicates a lot with heaven would say like that. And some of them say, you know, you are all avatars. An avatar is a being, a soul who has incarnated into a body and you know, forgot how to use it, and now is remembering how to use it, and that's a definition of avatar. You know, you are controlling this body function, this mind function, and now you're even bigger avatars, because now you are decoding and reprogramming the false programming and all the poisons put into your body by corporations and so on, and pollution. So you're decoding your mind, you're recoding your body, and you're recoding all the 4D stuff to clear the path so that your avatar self, your soul, can function, you know, well and shine its light through this incarnation. Because the definition of a usual avatar, you know, he comes clear, like, well, that's usual in NET, like Shiva or Krishna, they are blue guys, and they're kind of, they're not really born here, you know, they just, you know, manifest themselves from a spaceship and assume the body, so they're all clear, they're not subjugated to programming and so on. So they made it easier for themselves. But all of us have to do the hard work, to decode, reprogram, and go through those, layers and layers of astral emotions and fields of all sorts of energies. That's a big job. And you have to give yourself a big credit for all of it. Because what you're doing is just unbelievable in the eyes of divine. That's why the heaven is watching closely, because these people are the craziest souls in the universe and they're all doing it. And it's not something that I share lightly and I don't mean it. I really mean it. Because I spent years and years in communication with heaven and with higher beings and ascended masters and all of those above, and they all say pretty much same thing. And then, not only me, but many other experienced light workers who have like at least 5 years of experience, at least. The good ones are between like 5 to 34 years of experience. These are the good channelers, the good light workers who've seen it all. And they say the same thing, basically. So, yeah, so that is love. That is love. Big love. Big love.